Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. My name is Jeff Price, and I'm an associate professor of game design at the University of Texas at Dallas. I teach classes on virtual reality, augmented reality, workforce training, and the metaverse. We're excited to present our work titled Enhancing Human Performance in Aviation Technical Operations through XR Training Systems Tailored to Human Aptitudes. This project is a collaboration between the VAST Virtual Reality Lab that I direct at the University of Texas at Dallas, the FAA Academy, and CAMI, the Civil Aerospace Medical Institute. Our interdisciplinary team focuses on how extended reality, or XR, can transform training in aviation maintenance by aligning with the cognitive strengths of individual learners. Aviation technical operations require precision, quick problem solving, and sharp situational awareness, often in high pressure environments. As these demands grow more complex, traditional training methods are no longer sufficient. This study presents a comprehensive review of how XR can be used to enhance training by aligning with individual human aptitudes. Through the interdisciplinary lens, drawing on human factors, cognitive science, and XR technology, we examine how core abilities like spatial reasoning, task switching, and visual perception impact learning and performance in XR-based aviation training. The review identifies how these aptitudes influence other users with virtual tools during the maintenance and diagnostics. We explore adaptive design strategies such as real-time guidance, personal feedback, and dynamic task difficulty that tailor training to each user's cognitive profile. By reducing cognitive overload and improving retention, these user-centered XR systems offer a scalable and effective solution to strengthen technical competency and aviation safety. Here's a quick look at what we'll cover today. We'll start with the background and need for improving training methods in aviation and aviation maintenance. Then we'll look at how the role of human aptitudes in XR learning, followed by how adaptive XR design works in practice. After that, we'll walk through our design recommendations and finally conclude with implications for safety and readiness.
Hi, my name is Hamida Khatri. I'm a fourth-year PhD candidate at the University of Texas at Dallas, and I am the research director at the VAST Lab. So for the introduction, as the aircraft systems continue to grow in complexity, the demands placed on aviation technicians have intensified. Today, technicians are expected to perform highly precise, time-sensitive tasks where even small errors can lead to major safety consequences. Traditional training methods like classroom instructions or static simulations are increasingly inadequate in preparing learners for the spatial and cognitive challenges they face in the real world scenarios. As one of the writers, Gonzalez Arena, and the colleagues in 2025 pointed out, these conventional approaches often lack the realism and adaptability required for modern aviation tasks. To address these limitations, XR technologies, including virtual and augmented as well as mixed reality, have emerged as powerful alternatives. XR supports immersive, scenario based learning and allows trainees to safely practice procedures in high risk contents. However, many XR systems still adopt a one size fits all model, neglecting the fact that individuals bring different cognitive and perceptual aptitudes to the learning process. Research in human factors and cognitive science demonstrates that abilities like spatial reasoning, task switching, and visual perception significantly influence how effectively someone learns in an XR environment. Without accounting for these differences, training systems risk overloading or disengaging users. This particular research paper proposes a shift towards personalized XR training systems that adapt to each learner's cognitive profile. We explore design strategies such as adaptive task complexity, individualized feedback, and real time guidance. Approaches that can enhance the learning, reduce human error, and reinforce long term skill retention while promoting aviation safety and operational resilience. In aviation maintenance, human error remains one of the most critical risks with potential catastrophic consequences. As aircraft systems evolve to include more digital diagnostics and automation, technicians are expected to manage not only repairs but also systems thinking, fast decision making, and analytical troubleshooting often under a lot of stress. Unfortunately, many training programs still depend on outdated methods like lectures or static simulations, which fail to capture the demands of modern aviation. XR technologies offer a solution by enabling immersive, hands on practice in realistic environments, allowing trainees to safely fail, repeat procedures, and build confidence. However, a major limitation in current XR systems is the lack of personalization. Research in neuroergonomics shows that aptitudes such as working memory, perceptual speed, and spatial visualization vary widely between individuals and significantly shape XR learning outcomes. Without adapting to these differences, XR tools can lead to overload, frustration, or disengagement. One of the writers, Curtis's, notes in his 2024 paper, cognitive fatigue and mental workload are real concerns in XR environments. This can lead to growing call for human-centered XR systems, those that adjust complexity, pacing, and feedback based on user needs. When XR systems align with human aptitudes, they reduce performance variability, enhance learning retention, and contribute directly to aviation safety goals like standardization of technical readiness and error prevention. Performance in XR environments relies on more than just advanced technology. It depends heavily on how well the system aligns with the learner's cognitive capabilities. There are five key aptitudes that influence how effectively someone can learn in an XR environment, including spatial reasoning, task switching, working memory, visual perception, and motor coordination. For example, spatial reasoning supports mental rotation and interpreting schematics, essential for navigating tight, complex spaces during maintenance. Those with strong spatial aptitude adopt easily in XR, while others may need some adjusted interfaces. Task switching is also critical in the XR system. If the XR system doesn't scaffold tasks well, it can overwhelm the user with low flexibility. Working memory plays a role in holding and sequencing procedural steps. Without support, users may skip or misimply instructions. Similarly, visual perception is key to tracking anomalies and interpreting feedback, yet excessive visual clutter can hinder those with limited perceptual filtering. Finally, motor coordination impacts interaction with tools and interfaces, which must accommodate users with varying fine motor control. By designing XR training to match these individual aptitudes, we can reduce cognitive strain, prevent skill decay, and improve both performance and safety in aviation settings. As XR becomes more common in aviation training, it's critical to understand how human abilities interact with these system design. XR tasks often require users to process spatial, visual, auditory, and motor inputs all at once. Trainees with strong working memory and motor coordination tend to manage these demands better, while others may struggle in complex environments. Without proper scaffolding, too much information can lead to cognitive overload and reduce accuracy. To solve this, adaptive XR systems adjust task difficulty and feedback in real time using performance or biometric data, personalizing the experience through visual and auditory cues and customizable interfaces, not only enhancing learning but also supporting diverse users. Ultimately, XR designed around human aptitudes boosts engagement, learning equity, and safety, key priorities which are high stakes in aviation environments. To make XR training effective and inclusive, we need to design systems that respond to individual learner needs. This begins with onboarding assessments like spatial reasoning or reaction time tasks to tailor the training from the start. As the training unfolds, systems should adapt in real time to user performance, modifying task difficulty and feedback to keep the learner challenged but not overwhelmed. Multimodal feedback, such as visual overlays for spatial learners or narration for those with strong verbal memory, can improve understanding and accuracy. To support learning, interfaces should minimize unnecessary distractions, allowing safe failure with guidance, and offer customization options like adjustable font size and pacing to enhance accessibility. And because XR immersion can be cognitively demanding, it's vital to include ergonomic design, fatigue detection, and scheduled rest breaks. Together, these strategies shift XR training from static simulations to intelligent, learner-centered systems that better prepare aviation technicians for the demands of real-world work. In aviation maintenance, human performance is both a strength and a risk. Errors in procedures or system interpretations are major contributors to incidents, making training a powerful tool for improving safety. As XR adoption grows, its real value lies in how well it improves technical accuracy, decision making speed, and error reduction. Personalized systems that adjust to cognitive profiles not only enhance learning but also ensure more consistent certification outcomes, especially important in global diverse aviation workforce. Trainees using adaptive XR systems report higher motivation, confidence, and retention. And when integrated into safety management systems, XR can even identify skill gaps early, supporting predictive training that prevents future errors. In short, aptitude sensitive XR strengthens both individual competency and overall aviation safety.
As Hamida has shown, as aviation systems become more complex, the need for adaptive, high precision training grows. Traditional methods can't keep pace with today's cognitive and operational demands. XR technologies offer a promising solution, providing immersive and safe learning environments. But XR's real value comes from the human centered design. Research shows that aptitudes like spatial reasoning and task switching shape how people learn in XR. By tailoring XR systems using adaptive difficulty, multimodal feedback, and real time guidance, we can create training that supports diverse learners and minimizes human error. This isn't an enhancement, it's a necessary evolution for ensuring learning equity, technical readiness, and global aviation safety. Thank you for all your time and attention. At the VAST Lab, we focus on advancing immersive technologies like virtual, augmented, and mixed reality for real-world training and performance optimization, particularly in the aviation, healthcare, and educational fields. If you would like to learn more about our projects, feel free to reach out to me, jeff.price@utdallas.edu, or visit our lab website at www.vastlab.com. Thank you.